Do you want to find your next client but are tired of the old ways of marketing that feel icky and a little bit sleazy? Well, come with me today to discover a way to beam your message to the market in a way that feels authentic, is not icky, and will help you enroll your next client. You've spent all this money becoming a qualified counsellor or coach. The course taught you the skills to counsel and coach people, but it didn't show you how to find clients. Now, I mentor hundreds of counsellors, life, wellness, transition, career coaches, and the one question that I'm constantly asked is, how can they find clients? It's a key question, right? Often people find me after they've tried a ton of different strategies, none of which have worked and all of which left them feeling a little bit yucky. Is this you? You thought it would be easy, right? The sales material for the course led you to believe that coaching and counselling are in-demand industries and that there's thousands of people who need your help, that you'll be serving your community, all of which is true, by the way, but you believed you would put up a couple of posters in your local area, maybe register with your GP if you're a counsellor, and maybe a few online directories as well, and that would be it. You could sit back and the clients would start rolling in, right? Wrong. Marketing your service takes time, money, and effort. Don't let anyone tell you differently. But it doesn't have to feel icky, and it doesn't have to take a ton of time or actually money. The truth is, there are hundreds of different ways to attract new clients into your practice. But some methods are more costly and time-consuming than others, and so are difficult to sustain. Some methods just feel plain icky, that yucky, oh my gosh, am I really doing this feeling? If you can relate to any of this, I'm with you. When I started my practice, I was confused and overwhelmed. I'd heard of SEO, blogging, podcasts, Google Ads, and then there's a whole other can of worms with social media: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok. Well, okay, TikTok wasn't around when I started, but you get the idea. There are so many options. It's confusing, right? Which platform should you use? And when you've chosen your platform, what method is going to work best for you? Now, it may surprise you to know that actually all marketing works eventually. And that's a key point. Marketing is not just a one-off thing. It's not something you do once and then forget it. To be successful and create a sustainable practice that lasts the test of time and brings consistent income for you for decades, you'll need to find a marketing strategy that fits with who you are, that aligns with who you are as a person. This is actually the A of my BEAM process to confidently prosper. Aligned marketing. If you want to have a profitable practice now and decades into the future, you will need to find a way to market your services that feels good for you, that you actually enjoy. Let's face it, you're going to have to do a lot of marketing, so you need to develop a strategy that fits with who you are, fits your personality, and doesn't feel like a chore to do. So the very first thing you need to do is understand what you're good at and enjoy, and build your marketing strategy around that. For instance, Mona loved to write. She found it relaxing. So we created a strategy for her marketing that tapped into that strength and involved writing. We taught Mona the secrets of copywriting, and she spends a few days each month writing blogs. I look forward to my writing days. They're a break from the rest of my practice and always inspire my client work, Mona told me after she'd signed on 9 new clients in her first month. So think about the skills that you have. What do you enjoy doing? And a key point here is it's not only what you're good at, but what you also enjoy. Many people make the mistake of focusing on what they're good at, but if they don't enjoy it, it's going to be hard to sustain. When you enjoy something that you're also good at, it energizes you, just as with Mona, so that it can become something you can look forward to do. So it's going to be easy to keep doing it. Then build your marketing plan around that skill. So you've decided what strategy to use, but you hate the idea of selling, right? This is common. Let's be clear. I want to be fully transparent here. To be successful in business, you will need to sell. All business is a transaction. It's an exchange of something that you have for something that people want. And not only something that people want, but something that they are willing to pay money for. How much somebody pays is going to depend how much they want that thing. Let's see if we can make this clear. Think about the iPhone, for example. People want the iPhone. They have a fear of missing out if they don't get the latest model, and so are willing to pay thousands of dollars to get it. Now, maybe you're the sort of person who slams the phone down whenever a salesperson calls trying to sell you insurance, or the newest food delivery company calls trying to tell you how you cannot live without the convenience of their pre-prepared meals. Maybe you turn the TV sound off when the adverts come on because you hate the sleazy tactics that many companies use to sell their goods. Your smartphone works perfectly well, and you can't tell the difference between the photos that you take on your phone and the super duper photos that the latest, newest iPhone takes with those gazillion pixels that you're told you simply must have or be on the outside of the in crowd. Maybe you've never been part of the in crowd anyway and would rather shy away into a corner than stand in the middle of a room talking about what you do. Is this you? I get it. I'm a bit of an introvert myself, and the idea of talking about myself was horrifying. I'd seen videos and ads of amazing professionals who looked gorgeous and had so much confidence. I thought when I was starting out, I would never be able to compete and sell my services. I know you feel the same. So what can you do? Well, the beautiful thing is that selling does not have to feel icky or uncomfortable. When done well, selling is the natural progression of a conversation that you have with a prospect. A prospect is someone who has a need that you can meet, that you can fulfill. But how can you get to the point of having that conversation in the first place? Well, this forms the M of my BEAM process, your message. To have a conversation with somebody that can lead to them enrolling as your client, you need to clearly communicate your message. You need to show them what it is that you're selling. And a common mistake that health professionals make when trying to sell their service is they believe that they are selling counselling, or they're selling a coaching service or a healing process. That is not what you're selling. People do not buy counselling. They do not buy coaching or healing. They buy the outcome you can deliver. Your clients have a problem that they want relief from, right? Take Chris, who's a marriage counsellor. Her clients come to see her because their marriage is on rocky ground and they want to save their relationship. So Chris is not selling marriage counselling. She is selling the outcome her clients get after going through the process of marriage counselling with her. And that outcome is a happy relationship, renewed intimacy, love and laughter. So the next step in your non-icky marketing strategy is to decide what exactly it is that you're selling. What is the outcome that you deliver for your clients? Okay, so now it's clear that you need to sell an outcome, but how can you define the outcome of what you do when there is no physical product? The thing is, with the help professions, your product is essentially you and the connection that you can create with your clients. That's what will determine the success of your work. It's not like typical service companies where there's a physical product or a very obvious outcome. For instance, take a garden maintenance service. With a garden maintenance service, it's pretty easy to imagine the outcome. It's easy to picture your garden with neat lawns, manicured flower beds and tidy driveways, right? With weight loss companies, it's pretty easy to tell if their pill or their powder is working. Your scales will show you the results, right? But how can you show the outcome of what you do as an energy healer or a stress relief counsellor, where the outcome is intangible, there's nothing physical that you can see? Well, this is where you must focus on the emotions of the result that you deliver. And contrary to popular belief, people make the decision to buy something not based on logic and reason, but rather based on their emotional connection to the outcome and actually to you as well. And this forms the E of my E.A.M process to get your message to the market. So the E is that emotional connection. And here you need to paint a vivid picture of how your prospect's life will change through working with you. And the best way to do this is to use story. Stories are as old as time. From the very first humans sitting around a campfire, messages and information and instructions have been conveyed through story. So think what story you can share that will show your prospects the difference they can feel from working with you. I've talked about the E, A and M parts of my E.A.M process. E for the emotional connection. A for aligned marketing so that your process and strategy fits with your personality. And M is the actual message that you're seeking to convey. And I wouldn't mind betting there are some of you out there wondering, well, what's the B? You'll want to watch this video next to hear about that. I know you can do it, so why the hell not? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.